This is Tony Reed with my MMA News, joined by UFC lightweight Vinc Pichel, kind of right in the midst of the 2019 Armed Forces Entertainment Fight for Freedom Tour. You're obviously along with Carla, Esparza, Shane Kruchten, Smolka, and Alexander Hernandez. What has it been like to be a part of that group? I mean, there's camaraderie, obviously, with all the different armed forces, but just you, the group of fighters there, what's been the camaraderie like with you guys?
Honestly, it's been nothing but good. I've known Smolka for a little bit, for a few years. I fought on the same card as him as his first fight. We've had a few fights together. We've a few shopping trips together, you know what I mean? A couple weight cuts together. So me and him already know each other. Just met Carla. I've known Shane through social media. I've never met him personally. So it's my first time meeting him personally, which, you know what I mean? I like Shane a lot. You know, we get along, you know, whether it's Twitter before, Instagram, whatever. Like, I liked it before, so I was expecting that to be cool. I just met Alex. I didn't know what to expect from Alex or Carla, but so far, they're awesome people. I fucking love them. Everyone that I'm with is actually really awesome. Like, we get along really good. We're all we have the same kind of personality, so it's really fun. We all get along really good together. It makes it fun actually having them around.
Absolutely, I can imagine it did. So happy belated birthday, November 23rd. So you were celebrating overseas, of course. What did you do special for your birthday?
Nothing, because I'm in Kuwait and you can't drink. It's just fucking had a senior nap early. Oh shit! Am I allowed to curse?
Hey, heck yeah, why not? Absolutely. So you to get creative and do anything? Just kind of chilled, I guess, right?
Yeah, I just chilled. I went to dinner with the guys. We all went to dinner late, but I did get a good happy birthday song by the commanding officers of it was Beering. Yeah, Beering. That was the first place we were at.
That's awesome.
So that was pretty cool. Actually, it was actually all the guys grappling stuff too. I'm sure we have a video of it somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. So, From Hell is the nickname. That kind of has a better that has a better ring to it than From an Undisclosed Location in the Middle East, right?
I know. I hate that I have to use that nickname for now.
So, kind of go like I said before we hit record here. I kind of want to go back through the week and just kind of touch base on different aspects of the trip. Like you said, Kuwait City, just seeing those armed carriers, visiting the bunkers that were bombed, just the sheer size and magnitude of that. I mean, what were your takeaways from that time in Kuwait?
Honestly, my favorite, my all-time favorite part is always putting the suit on, getting attacked by the dogs. Like, I love that. I love actually getting to interact and hang out with the troops. Like, that kind of stuff is really fun to me. Like, as much as I love getting to roll with the guys and kind of give them a little piece of my world, I really truly enjoy getting a piece of their world. So when we went to Bahrain, Beering, we went and I'm not sure what the actual units or the system was called, but we were in this little area. What was it? Yeah. EST is the place where we were shooting the guns. Yeah, so we went to EST, which is like their practice range, and they fire weapons. It's not live fire. It's sort of the kind of video game setup, but it's still pretty cool. They're actual real weapons, but they just have them set up so they just shoot air at the screen, you know what I mean, and hit your target or not. So it's actually really cool. And he puts targets out there way far. There's cars driving by. We got to shoot them up. So that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. And then, of course, the dogs. Getting attacked by dogs is always cool. But that was at a different base, I believe. That was at Ali Al Salim. That was Ali Al Salim. We got attacked by the dogs, but Beering, we got to shoot the guns. Just chill with the guys. We did our grappling session, and that was a pretty simple, straightforward day. The next day was Ali Al Salim. That was the day that we got attacked by the dogs. Got to chill. That's a place they call the Rock, right? Yeah, Ali Al Salim is the base. They have this little thing in front that says the Rock on it. And last time I was here, I took a photo with Matt and Shannon and Jessamine, all those guys too. So that was really cool to see that again.
Heck yeah!
It's really cool that I'm back here and everything's it's almost familiar to me. You know what I mean? It's weird. How can I don't belong here, but the area is familiar to me. It's kind of weird. That's how I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned there, I know you're a video game guy, so to be able to do those simulations had to be pretty fun for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then also. We actually so we were messing around and we were in one of their, basically their little, free time areas, and they got TVs. They actually have video games here for the guys to play. They have ping pong tables, pool tables, TVs. They're pretty set up. So me and Smolka were actually playing UFC 3.
Nice.
But, and he of course picked his character, but I picked him too. So if he win or he was going to lose either way,
Win and lose, right? I know I saw the ping pong, and I heard the ping pong games got a little intense. Can you share that story with us?
Yeah, no one could touch me at ping pong, but we were having some pretty heated battles, and then we decided, you know what, there's 2 ping pong tables, let's smash them together, let's play a nice heated game of doubles. So we started doing that, and I'm pretty sure the ball wasn't on the table most of the time. We were just whacking that thing, fuck each other up with it. It's still pretty fun.
Also, something along the trip, I heard about the squatting contest, right? You joined the 550 club. Is that accurate?
Yes, we did. We joined the 550 club. So each base has like a little. They have their own little weightlifting club. So this one we were at particular was that Ali? That was Ali Al-Salim, so right? Yeah. And we did. They had a 550, a 750, and then 1,000, I believe. And so I'm like, okay, I can make this 550. You know what I mean? And me, I don't really lift weights a lot. You know, like I don't really lift weights. So, but I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty sure I could do this. You know, I'm a tough guy. I'm pretty sure I could do this. I could do this shit one time and be okay. So I'm trying to go for the 550. The first thing I start with bench, and I right away went to bench because my bench is trash. Like my chest is like concave. That's how shitty of a chest I have, dude. But like, so I'm trying to do like, I don't want to admit to the shitty ass weight that I had to do, but I was trying to do like 180 pounds. I couldn't do it. I cut 70, couldn't do it. And then I was like, you only get 3 tries, right? To do your maxer for that particular event. Cause it's bench, deadlift, and squat. And you have to get all 3 of those. You have to create a combined weight of 550, 750, or, you know what I mean?
Okay. 1,000. Yeah.
So you only get 3 tries. So I blew my first 2 tries, didn't even lift it off me. I just, oh man, just total sandbag that shit. Then the third one, I'm like, maybe I'm going to do 160. You know, I think I could do 160. Like 170, I almost got 170 up, but like, I'm pretty sure I could do 160. But then I'm like talking to the guys, and I'm like, you know what, maybe we should just play it safe. And they kind of made me feel a little pussy about it. So I was like, screw it, I'm just going to do 150. I like even numbers. I'm doing 150. So boom, I put up the 150. I'm like, all right. Now I got to do what? Now I got to make up 400 pounds. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. I don't know if I could deadlift. I don't know if I could squat 200 pounds. Like, I'm pretty sure I couldn't squat 200 pounds. Like, that's kind of a lot for me to just do right at the gates, especially since I don't really squat or do any of that kind of shit. So I'm like, man. So I'm like, okay, let's do the deadlift first, because I know I could deadlift a lot of weight. So I'm like, let's do this. So right away, we started off, me and Liz were going. I think we started at 225. But when I lifted, I'm like, man, this is way easier than I thought it was. I'm like, stack some more racks on this bitch. So I do, and then I think I added like one more, and I ended up doing, I think it was like 3, what was it? Or maybe it was like 285 after that, because it was 225, and I added 90. So 15, it was 315, yeah 315.
Wow, yeah.
But I did that, and then I was like, I was feeling good still. Like 315 was pretty, it was like I struggled. I didn't really struggle, but it took me a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm going to hit 350, because if I get 350, that's 500. Then I only need to squat 50 pounds. You know what I mean? I was trying to basically put my squat, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to squat a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I tried 350, right? And then, so I got my first attempt. I'm like, 350. Boom, I go to lift it. I couldn't even hold the damn thing. Like, just slips out of my hands. My grip just couldn't hold it. So I'm like, hey, like, can I get like some teetered stuff here? Like, can I get some chalk or like a strap? You know what I mean? One of those wrist straps, or like
yeah. Get the back brace or the belt, right?
Yeah, right. But they're like, no, we don't got chalk. We don't got nothing. And I'm like, there's chalk on the bars. Like, you don't get shit. I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, damn, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna go 330. I'm gonna go 330. I'm gonna drop 20 pounds. So I go 330. Boom. I put the 330 up. I'm like, yeah, I'm like jacked. You know, I'm like screaming and shit. I almost just screamed, but I'm in the lobby, so I shouldn't do it. I was like, yeah, I was like jacked. I was like, get some. You know, I was pumped. I was like, fuck yeah. Because then I'm like, okay, that's 330 plus 150. Let's put 480, right? Yeah, so then I got 70 pounds. I got to squat. So then I'm like, okay, what do I need to get to 750? So then I'm like, you know what? Screw the 550 club. I'm going for 750.
Oh, okay.
But what I did this time, because I didn't want to have the same incident as the bench press, I made my quota. Like, I went straight to 550, like straight pussy for the first one. So I knew I had my 550, because I didn't want to like go heavy and then be so shot out that I wouldn't even be able to do the minimum. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna do the minimum this time. Like, I'm not fucking around. So I do the minimum. I get my shit, and she's like, "Okay, yeah, you just need like she goes, "Oh, you just need like another 160 pounds now." And I was like, whoa, 160 pounds. So she ended up messing up the math. So what she did is she added that whatever weight to it. So that's what, like, you know what I mean? She did it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
So I was like stoked. I was like, sick. I'm doing 160 pounds right now. I'm making the 750 club. And then I'm going to get it. And then Shane and Alex go throw salt in my Kool-Aid. And they're like, no, you added that wrong. He needs like 280 pounds. I'm like, fucking dicks. So I'm like, whatever. Rack the weights on, bitches. Rack the weights. So we rack it. I go to do it. Just crumbles me, man. Like, as soon as I went down, I was just like, pfft. My body, my legs were like, fuck you, buddy. You ain't lifting shit no more.
That's great. So
I tried it twice.
I was gonna say, obviously, there's a lot of competition. Clearly, you guys are super competitive as mixed martial artists. So it's cool to hear those side stories. That's cool stuff.
Yeah, but super fun. Like that kind of stuff is like a game to us. You know what I mean? Like it's competitive, but it's not like, I don't know. I like stuff like that. That's like, I don't know. It makes it fun, you know, competitive, but no one gets hurt, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just your feeling you're weak.
So, like we talked about earlier, you know, the travel, you know, to so many great places, meeting so many great servicemen and women. Is there a particular story where you interacted with someone in one of the branches of service that just really kind of moved you or touched you for whatever reason? Is there a quick story you could share with any cool interaction with anybody in particular?
Yeah, actually, it's not really like so much a story about the guy, because I asked about the guys, but the guys are kind of like, when you like I ask them about themselves, but they're all like, "Oh, I'm just from here," you know what I mean? They really,
yeah.
I mean, it's just the way they are. So I try to ask them about their lives out here and stuff. But one guy was telling me about like the base that we were at, because it's all the Austin, right? That had those bunkers, or no, or was it the Patriot? That's Jabber, huh? Okay, so on the third day here, yesterday we were at Camp Jabber, another base, and that's the base that has like a bunch of bunkers. And so I was talking to this guy because we were driving around these vehicles. What are those MRWs? MWRs? Mat V. We're driving around like Mat Vs, which are like armored personnel carriers, basically like the bomb-proof trucks. They're supposed to be bomb-proof to protect our guys. So we were driving one of those, and it was just me and the guy. So I was like just bullshitting one the whole time, and I was like, man, like, what happened? And I was like asking about the bunkers and stuff because I want to know like his little point of view of it.
Yeah.
And so he was telling me that like this base, Jabber, who was I think the Kuwaitis had it, and then Saddam had came in and took it over for them. There was like a big battle, and he was telling me how like Saddam and his boys basically had like a firing squad and had the guys lined up, and you could still see like the bullet holes in the walls and stuff.
Wow.
And he like Joe Biden showed it to me, and where he had like the firing range of these guys, and he basically pulled all these Kuwaiti officers and just executed them. And then there's like all these bunkers everywhere, but each bunker has just like a gnarly hole in it. You know what I mean? And I was like, what's up with these holes? Like, how did this happen? He's like, yeah, so when Saddam came, he took his base and did his thing. We were like, basically, fuck you. You know what I mean? We came in here, we bombed every single one of those bunkers.
Yeah.
And kind of just took the base back from me. You know what I mean? And he was telling me that, so since Kuwait bought those bunkers from the French, and so they're supposed to be indestructible. They're supposed to be bomb-proof. You're not supposed to be able to. They're supposed to be indestructible. Needless to say, you can't get shit. You can't hide from America. We will find you.
Yeah.
So we bomb these things, and they're just devastatingly destroyed. Like I have photos on my Instagram and stuff that I posted of the holes, and when you're inside these things, like the concrete is so massively thick, like. To me, it was unbelievable that something can blow a hole in something that thick and that big and that built, because like, I wonder if I could even like show you a photo from mine on here.
Well, I saw the one picture in the bunker. Like you said, the hole, the picture is amazing, but it probably still doesn't do it justice. But there was even like an office chair. The one picture I saw was kind of still there, just real eerie, real creepy stuff.
Oh yeah. And I'm like, what poor bastard was sitting in that chair that left the chair there? So you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I could see it too well, but
yeah,
those are basically holes right there in the bunker.
It's like you can't even wrap your mind around it unless you're there. Even then, you might not be able to. That's just.
And all the rebar is like just hanging straight down, so like you could tell whatever like went through the thing went through that thing and like just decimated what was ever in. But like all the rebar is hanging down. It looks like vines. So like we're sitting there and like, I'm not gonna lie, I had the thought of like wanting to swing on them, just see if I could swing on them like Tarzan. And then Carla was like, "Can I swing on that?" And then like as soon as she says that, like I look up because I'm like, maybe it's not so safe. And I look up, and then I'm like, yeah, it looks like if you basically pull on that rebar, chunks of concrete the size of houses or VWs will just fall on your ass. So I'm like, yeah, maybe I don't want to be in this bunker anymore. And then
No.
we kind of took off, but I just thought that was really cool. But then I found out that was it the Kuwaitis that were trying to get their money back, or was it?
Kuwaitis wanted their money back.
Yeah. So after we bombed it, we took it back from Saddam and all his boys. I guess the Kuwaiti government or whoever bought all the bunkers, the military, tried to get their money back from France because they're like, your bunkers are indestructible. America blew them up, even though like we destroyed them fighting Saddam Hussein, not even his guy. You're not even Kuwaitis. You know what I mean?
Oh my.
So
Oh
like,
boy.
I thought that was kind of a funny story that he told me about.
Yeah, that is crazy. So
But then
switching.
also,
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
thought
Go
the
ahead.
canine was cool too because they always tell me about how like one of them told me how like their introduction to the dog and how the dog used to just bite the shit out of him. You know what I mean? Like it took him a little bit to get his attack dog to stop biting him. You know what I mean? To actually like him. I thought that was also really funny too because it's like, I mean, you chose the occupation, guys.
I
Like,
was gonna say the dog's like, dude, I'm an attack dog. What do you want?
show me that meat, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah. So, like I said, I kind of want to switch gears a little bit and look inside the octagon. You know, as far as face punching specifically, you know, you scored that unanimous decision victory over Roosevelt Roberts at UFC on ESPN Nagano dos Santos back in June. After the loss to Gillespie, the back injury coupled with that motorcycle accident, how great did it feel just to kind of be back on the winning track, have your hand raised again? I mean, that had to be one hell of a night for you.
Honestly, like it felt really good. But to be honest, like I don't want to say it because it's gonna sound kind of bad, but it's almost like same shit, different day to me, man. Like
Yeah.
I've been put out and have so much shit, like so much diversity that I've had to like persevere through. You know what I mean? So it's honestly like me just on the merry-go-round again, just coming back around on that merry-go-round. You know what I mean? And the Roosevelt Roberts fight is really cool because after I lost to Gillespie, I was kind of like taking a step back. I wanted to get right back out there, but I had a back injury, and then like I don't know, it kind of weighed on me a little bit. I was kind of out. I couldn't really go back in there and get revenge, so to speak. And then I had this opportunity to fight Roosevelt. I wasn't really honestly interested in the fight with Roosevelt. I didn't know who he was. I wanted kind of a bigger name fight. I wanted someone who, you know, give me a little recognition.
Yeah.
But I did a little research, and I was, this kid's coming up. He's undefeated. He's on the Contender Series. He's on a 3-fight win streak in the UFC. I'm gonna shut this kid down. My manager Jason House came up to me with it. Was like, "You want this kid?" And at first I said no because I was actually talking to Dan Hooker. So I was like, maybe Dan Hooker get a fight. Didn't pan out. So yeah, that would have been a good one, I thought. I ended up getting him. I took the fight. Funny story. So before the fight, Sean Shelby hits me up and he's like, "Hey, this is your last fight in your contract. You want to renegotiate your contract? You want to like talk money?" And I was like, "Nah, that's cool." And he's like, "Seriously?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well." Like, why wouldn't you want a new contract? Because he usually does that for me. Like if I have one more fight, he'll be like, you want to like redo your contract? And I'll like, typically I just say yeah. But this time I was like, nah. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, because Jason wants me to fight this guy and I'm sure you want me to fight him too. And I was like, to be honest, I'd rather kind of put my back a little bit against the wall and give me a little motivation to start this kid. And then plus I want to whoop this kid's ass and have more buying power for my next contract. You know what I mean? I want to be a little fuck you money out of it.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
You got to gamble on yourself, right?
Exactly. So Sean's like, "Fuck, man, I can respect that. Cool. I'll see you after the fight." After the fight, talked to Sean. Sean's like, "What's up? You need a contract?" I was like, "I sure fucking do." He's like, "Good job, good fight." He's like, "It was gonna go either one way." You know what I mean? He was gonna stifle you with his range and his jits, or you were gonna do what you did and bully his ass. You know what I mean? Do what you do best. So
yeah.
I was like, "Fuck yeah." It's like, we got to talk contract, right? And I was like, let's talk contract. And then he's like, so what's up? He just stares at me and I'm like, well, yeah, what's up? He's like, well, let's talk. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, I've never done this. Like we've never done this. So like my manager's sitting right next to us too. So I'm like, it's usually you and Jason talking about this stuff. And I'm CC'd on the emails, you know? So I'm like, he's like, well, what do you want? I was like, what do you mean what I want? He's like, what do you want to get paid? I'm like, get the fuck out. I'm like, are you seriously asking me how much I want to get paid to fight? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, how about you double my money? And he's like, what, double your money? He's like, how much are you getting paid now? And I was like, well, my contract, I think it was like 21 and 21. He's like, so you want 42? And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, honestly, I'm not greedy. Let's make it 40 and 40. I like even numbers. He's like, 40 and 40, huh? And I was like, yeah. And then he's like, well, he's like, it's kind of a lot of money and this and that. And I was like, Sean, listen, guy, I quit my job. I quit school. I'm an old ass man. I'm getting all I fucking can out of fighting. You know what I mean? I took this fight against this young kid to show you that, like, even though I'm fucking 36, like, who looked like the young buck in there? You know what I mean? Like, I wore that kid out.
Yeah.
So Sean's like, yeah, I got you. And he's like, well, I tell you what, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna give you some tougher guys. I'm like, fucking give it to me, dude. I'm hungry, Sean. Like, he's like, fuck it, boom, deal. Made the deal, and that was it. And I was like, sick. So that's why, like, when I had this fight, that's why I had this fight with this dude Alexander in Russia, and then he ended up fighting Roosevelt, who I just starched. I'm like, fuck, dude, I give payday.
You got the contract, which is what you wanted. They said bigger names. I mean, you have your sights. Yeah. I hate doing the last fight, next fight thing, but it's kind of, it needs to be done.
But you know what? Like, I mean, even though if I could be honest, that would have been an easy fight for me to win. I would have been a little bit. To be honest, it is a little. How could I say? I'm going over there in enemy territory, so
sure, yeah.
I don't know. I've never been in Russia. I have some Russian fans, but I have a lot of Russian enemies too. Because my first loss, I lost to a Russian. I lost to Rustin Kavalov, and to this day, I still get fucking people sending me gifs and videos of me getting fucking dumped on my head. So, like, I know some of them really still hate me. You know what I mean? Like, but I kind of want to go out there and shut this dude up and be like, love me or hate me, fuck you, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to go out there and whoop this dude's ass.
You got to pull the Rocky IV quote, right? After the win,
Oh, yeah.
I can change, he can change, we can all change. So, hey, man, so that's all I got for you. Truly appreciate the time. Truly appreciate what you guys are doing over there. And it goes without saying, we appreciate all the armed service men and women. So thank you. Appreciate it. Make it home safe, and we'll catch up again soon, man.
Thank you. You mind if I give a shout out?
Absolutely. By all means.
All right. I want to give a shout out to, first of all, manager Jason House, Amanda Early for letting me have the opportunity to do these cool things.
Yes. Thank you, Amanda. We appreciate it too.
Yeah. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do this kind of stuff. I'm super blessed to live my life. I love it. You know what I mean? I want to thank all my sponsors, Red Gear, Smoke Buddy, Miss Mary Jane, Lana's Egg Whites, Muscle Farm. You know what I mean? I want to thank all the people that help and support me. All the fans. I want to thank all the military, man. I don't care what military branch you're part of. You guys are the fucking real heroes, and you guys are the reasons why I'm able to live my life and do things that I'm able to live my life that I love. You know what I mean? And I super appreciate it. So me being able to do something like this is honestly I can't even say it's the least I could do, because it's less than that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm obligated to do so much more for these guys, and I wish I really could, but I'm just doing what I can, and I'm super appreciative that I get to do what I do, and live the life I live. You know, man, I just love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, man.
Absolutely. Again, thank you, brother. We appreciate it. Let's catch up again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy.
All right. We'll see ya.